everyone. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining today's session. My name is Chineye Chukwemeka, and I'm your host for today's session. Thank you for taking out your time out of your busy schedule that you join this webinar. I can assure you that it's going to be worth your time. So today we're going to be talking about governance in the cloud. We put together this webinar so that you can get all the information you need about governance in the cloud. And today I'm not here alone. I'm here with our excellent cloud engineer, Sophie. Sophie is going to tell us everything we need to know and understand about governance in the cloud. But before I continue, I'd like you to know some basic housekeeping rules. The first one is that I would need you to understand that this webinar is being recorded. This means that you can always go back to our YouTube channel at Secure Intelligence Limited on YouTube to have a replay and see what you missed at each particular point. The second one is that there are emojis on your screen. If you look down at your screen, you will see a reaction button. So at any point where the webinar is going on and you have a need to react, show your excitement, you can always use that particular button. And then we have a question and answer session. It's a box, so you can drop your questions even as the webinar is going on. So you don't have to wait till the webinar is over before you ask your questions, so you don't forget. And every question that is placed in that question and answer section will be attended to. All right, so I'm going to talk to us about Secure Intelligence Limited, who we are and what we do. So this webinar is hosted by Secure Intelligence Limited, and we're a cloud-based technology company. We help with supporting infrastructures in the cloud and cloud migration. We also have another aspect of secure intelligence. We like to see ourselves, let's call ourselves as solution builders. And we have a SEAL Academy where we train capacities in the whole of Africa. One of our programs is called Zero to Techie. This is for people who have little or no knowledge about tech, but you aspire to be a techie, you want to go into the tech space, but you don't even have any knowledge about the tech space. This program is for you. So in SEAL Academy, we train. We also have both personal and corporate training. You know, that's what we do in SEAL Academy. The other aspect of SEAL is SEAL support. There we help you with supporting your infrastructures in the cloud and all other business support that you need to be able to efficiently run your business. So we apply technology to drive effectiveness, agility, and growth for your business. We are positioned to help enterprises scale globally, and we're here for you, whatever you need here at Secure Intelligence Limited. So without wasting much of our time, I would like to hand over this webinar to our speaker for today. Like I said, she's a cloud engineer, and that's a professional and excellent cloud engineer. So let's welcome with excitement Sophie for her presentation. Thank you, Sophie. You're welcome. All right, Sophie, over to you.
Thank you, Nene. I welcome everyone to today's webinar. Can I have my slide, please? Okay. We were talking about governance in the cloud, compliance and security, and AWS and internet web business. So when we talk about governance in the cloud, we don't discuss in isolation. We don't talk about governance in isolation because it's an interconnected three-tier framework that is designed for classification. So even though it is standalone, yet they're all woven together, right? Governance is a set of rules and policies that anchor the affairs of the business. Well, the goal of cloud governance is to enhance data security and then manage risk and enable smooth operation of cloud systems. So governance in itself does not stand alone. So when we talk about governance, that's a set of rules and policies that anchor the affairs of businesses. So it is interconnected with the frameworks of compliance and security. So in AWS, governance in AWS is a framework that integrates both compliance and security in its day-to-day activities. So that's just an overview of governance in cloud, how it relates to compliance and security, and also the benefits that you enjoy in AWS for your business. When we look at organizations today, we look at cloud space today, cloud environment, how businesses are transitioning to the cloud, migrating to the cloud. And why is that so? It's because of the scalability and the agility and the flexibility that cloud offers. With cloud, you pay for what you use. With cloud, you can begin to provision resources and then you can begin to deploy them. There is no time to waste. So businesses can grow at scale. Businesses can use cost optimization tools to cut costs for them. And because of this, when it comes to governance in the cloud, particularly on AWS, compliance and security are of paramount importance for businesses. They do not joke with that. Then, AWS provides a comprehensive set of services and tools that enable organizations to implement robust governance practices. And then ensures that compliance with industry regulations and safeguarding the data and applications and also maintaining security protection. You remember when I said before that governance as a whole, the framework is interconnected with compliance and security. Even though these three tiers, as we call them, they stand alone because you can have governance, you can have compliance, and they have security. Yet they are all interconnected. With AWS, all these three things they offer because they take security dear to their heart, like the first number one priority in order to mitigate data risk and also to maintain security posture. Again, one of the primary benefits of leveraging AWS cloud and then for governance and compliance and security is the shared responsibility model. Now, the shared responsibility model talks about security in the cloud and security of the cloud. This means that AWS as a company is involved, is responsible in the security of the cloud. Talking about the virtualization, talking about physical structures, talking about getting the heavy lifting of what the organization could have done. And then you as an individual as a business, you're concerned, you're responsible for the security of your data, security of the resources you have put in the cloud. So that is it about the shared responsibility model. And AWS is responsible for the security of the underlying cloud structure before, and then including the physical data centers, the hardware, the virtualization layers, because businesses, because of this, can be responsible for securing the applications and then data, operating systems, and network configurations. And then again, don't forget access management. You give access to whom you want to give access to access your resources, to access those things which you have placed in your account. So access management is very, very key for you to maintain compliance. Now, for instance, you have organization. As an organization, you have a management account. So we have if you operate AWS organization, you have service control policies. This service control policy runs from a management node down to the organizational unit. This means that whatever policies you set at the management level, and then you roll them to the organizational units, it transfers to the member accounts you get. So this is one of the reasons AWS is number one in the AWS in cloud service providers. Next slide, please. We have been talking about governance, talking about compliance and security. Now, I said 3 core tenets in a distributed AWS cloud architecture: governance and compliance and security.
Sorry, Sophie, your voice is a bit low, right? We are trying to catch up with what you're saying. The voice is a bit low. Can you try to speak up for us? We're loving what you're saying. Can you make it more clear?
Can you hear me better now?
Yes, it's getting better.
Oh, apologies for that. Okay, cloud governance is designed to ensure data security. I mean, that is just one of the goals of establishing this framework. Not only that, system integration and the deployment of cloud computing are properly managed. So a cloud governance framework done right will manage risk. That is just the essence of establishing a framework, a governance framework, is to manage risk and then to enhance security, data security, and also enable cloud system protections for your business. So how is it done? How do we carry this out? First of all, we define control. Now, for cloud governance to take effect, like a full effect, you must define control. Don't forget we said that governance is a set of rules and policies that anchors the affairs of businesses or organizations. Now, you define a control as a business or an organization. You define this control, for example, limiting the number of cloud instances we use, maybe for a particular region. This is the instances that should be used, and these are the regions that shouldn't just be used. You don't want to deploy to this region. Or clearance to make changes to your cloud computing. So you define control that governs that policy. And then next thing you do is implement those controls. After you must have defined the control, you have to implement them. You have to take action on them, because what is a rule or what is a policy that action be taken upon them? So you have to implement control. Please, if you're not hearing me, please let me know. Can you hear me better? Can I see a thumbs so you can hear me? No, can I see a thumbs so you can hear me? Or can somebody just speak and tell me you can hear me?
Okay. Yes, we can hear you, Sophie.
Thank you very much. So I was saying that for governance, we have to define control, and then we have to implement these controls. And then the third one is to audit the controls. We want to establish a zero trust policy. So auditing control is a continuous monitoring of those controls, a continuous monitoring of those policies, and a continuous monitoring of the resources that you have. And trust me, AWS have these services. They have the features that can enable all these things, like automation. We talk about CloudTrail. So what you gain from this set of controls is what? Financial management. Because when you take control over this, you have cost optimization, and then that automation and orchestration. This will help business to run smoothly in the cloud, and then again you have continuous compliance. So cloud compliance best practices, I would say, encryption. And encryption is like maybe how you transport data. There's encryption at rest and in transit. When you are transferring data, you should be conscious of how well that data is being transferred. So there should be encryption at rest and in transit. It means that When the data is being transported in transit, there is encryption. And when the data is at rest, like when the data has reached its destination, there is still encryption. And then zero trust, like zero trust policy. You don't want to trust anything. You don't want to trust anyone. You just have to be continuously monitoring the control and the resources. And then another best practice is the principle of least privilege. What do you mean by the least privilege? That it means that given the access, like the only access needed for someone to access such resource, like you don't want to give the whole of permission, the whole access to somebody, but you're limiting the access somebody has just for the moment he or she has to work on those resources. And then privacy by default and their well-architected framework. We have a well-trained specialist in the AWS architected framework. You can reach out to SEAL. We have a specialized trained specialist in the AWS architected framework to help you on that. You can contact us by, when you look at the Q&A session tab, you have the link where you can contact us. The consultation is free. So,
All right, Sophie, we stopped hearing you. Sophie?
can you hear me now?
Yes, yes. I can hear.
Okay, thank you. This is the cloud attack surface. Just the total sum of entry points by which a specific system can be compromised. And what do I mean? They take advantage of weak credentials, misconfigurations, weak network firewall, and access management. If you look at it very well, they attack the network, they attack the identity base, they attack the control plane. And what are they after? They after the assets, the servers, the services. So there are so many entry points whereby the system can be compromised, and we want to mitigate this risk. That is why we have compliance in that. That's how we have compliance and security. Yeah. Next slide, please. Slide. Can you hear me? Next slide, please. Okay, thank you. So we may be wondering why AWS? Why is it AWS? AWS builds security into the core of their architecture. When I said before that AWS is interested in security, like security posture. So security is actually built in the cloud infrastructure and offers foundational services to help organizations meet the unique security requirements in the cloud. Now, the well-architected framework, I said something earlier before, is built around 6 pillars: operational excellence, security, reliability, performance, efficiency, cost optimization, and sustainability. Now, the AWS well-architected framework describes key concepts, the design principles, and architectural best practices for designing and running workloads in the cloud. So that's a comprehensive set of services and tools for robust governance practice I can have. And it helps industry regulations to comply with data, to comply with rules, to comply with regulations. And in extension, as an AWS customer, you will benefit from a data center and network architecture built to meet the requirements of the most security-sensitive organizations. That's because of that. And then we also get to use software-based security tools to monitor and protect the flow of information into and out of the cloud services. When we start talking about audit, zero zero trust policy. So that should be a policy, that should be a continuous monitoring of policy, a continuous monitoring of resources and of your accounts. So you also get to use this software-based tools to monitor and protect your data resources, to monitor the flow of information, and then to monitor whatever happens to your cloud resources. And because of this, businesses can feel confident. You can feel confident in operating and building on top of the security controls that AWS has. So that is why we have taken AWS, why AWS. Next slide, please. Okay, here it's just the certifications and attestations that we'll be talking about here. AWS adheres to numerous industry-specific compliance standards and regulations. So they adhere to the standards of like industry-specific standards, they adhere to them. And these certifications provide assurance that businesses operating in highly regulated industries and they are enabled to meet the compliance requirements more easily. So because of this, we are sure that we are enabled to meet compliance requirements and that we have nothing to worry about. For example, the PCI DSS, which is the Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard, is administered by a body of leading payment industry securities, and is a security-oriented standard that applies to any organization that accepts or specific card payments. Next slide, please. Yeah, this is grant risk management compliance. I said before that governance is integrated with compliance and security. Now this image looks like a tower. It looks like a tower, which the forefront is just like holds the governance, and then it is at the center of this you have the strategy, you have processes and technology and people. The people that's like access management, accessing, and then strategy. When we talk about how governance is how governance takes place, we said that we define the control, that we implement them, and then we audit them. So strategy is defining those controls. You define the controls, and then processes. You are implementing those processes, implementing those controls. You're implementing those actions, and then technology. You are auditing those controls on a regular basis. You are automating those controls. You are orchestrating them. So technology is about orchestration, and then people that you give access to manage the resources. The access management. How do you access? How do you treat users, and how do you give roles to users? You have brought into your organization. So this is what governance talks about. And again, AWS offers services like AWS Config and AWS Control Tower that enable businesses to automate the enforcement of security and compliance policies across their AWS environments. So this helps ensure that consistent governance practices and reduces the risk of misconfigurations or policy violations. With the help of Control Tower, you have is an extension of AWS organization capability because it comes with orchestration and it comes with guardrails, automating security posture, automating security best practices for you to enjoy compliance in your AWS accounts. Next slide, please. We'll be talking briefly on a set of standards, a set of features and services that we can use, leverage AWS services that we can leverage to help us govern and to help us comply with our accounts and our business. First one is the AWS Organization. It is a service specifically designed to help you manage multiple AWS accounts. Yeah. So, like, is an account management service that helps you manage all your accounts just in one place. So it brings your account under a central structure. So it's like a filing cabinet for your AWS account, allowing you to organize them, allowing you to set controls, allowing you to deploy, allowing you to run service control policies from the management account to other organizational unit member accounts. So it sets policies, and then to this, you gain a holistic view of your cloud environment. It is an account management service that I said before. So with AWS service and organizations, an account management service that enables you to consolidate multiple AWS accounts into an organization that you create, and then centrally manage AWS organization. So it also includes account management, consolidated billing capabilities, and enable you to better meet the budgetary, security, and compliance needs of your business. With Control Tower, it builds upon AWS organization. We've talked about AWS organization, but with Control Tower, it builds upon AWS organizations by providing a comprehensive service for setting up and governing a secure multi-account AWS environment. What do I mean? It's essentially a one-stop shop to quickly establish a well-architected and a compliant cloud foundation with orchestrated. So AWS Control Tower orchestrates multiple AWS services on your behalf while maintaining security and compliance needs of your new or existing organization. So it automates certain best practices for you. It doesn't have to wait for your call because it has been pre-configured in it already. It doesn't have to wait for the manual setup or your manual configuration. So it does these things on your behalf. We call it Control Tower orchestration because it automates all these best practices, making sure that your business, your account is in a compliant state for you not to worry about anything. Next slide, please. Talked about Control Tower and then access management. With access management, it's a core service that acts as a digital gatekeeper, allowing you to define granular access permissions for users and then resources within your AWS environment. So it means that you can control who can access what, and then ensuring only authorized people are given those permissions. So with users, you give them roles. And then with users, you can distribute them into groups. When you distribute them into groups, you attach those roles to the groups. So when you attach those roles to these groups, mind you, we talk about least privilege. When you attach those roles to those groups, so they are only given the authorized those necessary permissions needed for them to carry out that specific. You don't give them an administrative control or an administrative role. You give them just the necessary permissions needed to carry out those specific resources or tasks. And with config, we said before that config gain visibility into the current historical configurations of the resources. What this does is that it tracks changes to these resources over time. Whatever misconfiguration has gone wrong in your application, in your accounts, config tracks down these misconfigurations. So it tracks changes to these resources. And then again, it ensures that adherence, security, and compliance best practices are put in place. With config, it will provide you continuous assessment and then automate compliance checks. And then again, generate detailed configuration history report. This empowers you to maintain a secure, well-governed, and compliant AWS environment. So with AWS Config, it strives to enhance operational efficiency, reduce potential security risks, and then maintain a robust audit trail for all your resource configurations. I'd like to say again that we have a very trained specialist. We have a team of specialists that are very, very good in well-architected framework. You can reach out to us, free consultation. Just check the Q&A session, the Q&A tab there. We have the link where you can reach out to one of us. It's just a free consultation for us to talk to you, for you to talk to us about how a well-architected framework can take place in your account. This service acts as a continuous monitor. That's AWS Config. It acts as a continuous monitor because it begins to track your cloud resources and then begins to track your configurations. Not only that, it records these changes from you and it allows you to set up alerts. Now, not only does it begin to record these changes, there's also an option for you to begin to set an alert for any misconfiguration, probably something that's gone wrong. So an alert is there to notify you that, oh, there needs to be a check on this particular resource or this particular account. So you're ensuring that your resources stay aligned and compliant, and then maintaining security best practices. CloudTrail. We can build from CloudTrail, trailing, like, you know, when you want to trail somebody's footsteps, you begin to trail, you begin to monitor those trails for you to get to where the trail has ended. So that is it about AWS CloudTrail. It's a service that acts as an audit log, and it records API calls made within your AWS account. For instance, there are people using your account, you have users in your account. It trails everything that happens in your account. It trails everything that happens, everything that occurs in your account. So it records all these API calls that happens within your AWS account. And again, it provides a detailed record of user activity, what every user has done or is doing on your account. It records all the user activity, the resource access, and then configuration changes. So these are some of the tools that AWS has fashioned to help businesses in staying compliant to regulations, stay compliant to security principles. So with AWS CloudTrail, you can rest assured that whatever happens, and it cannot be deleted by anybody, and whatever happens to your account, there's a trail for it. Whatever happens to your account, you have a trail. Just go there, just go to the dashboard, and you have whatever the time, the date, what the person has done, the resource, anything detailed there in CloudTrail. Next slide, please. With Audit Manager, it helps automate tasks associated with complex audits. Just see this as an office assistant, your personal assistant, such as evidence collection and control assessment. So this streamlines the compliance process and reduces manual efforts. AWS Audit Manager is a service that helps business continuously audit AWS usage and resource configurations to ensure compliance with regulatory requirements and industry standards. I said before that if you use this as an evidence collection and control assessment, that is what AWS Audit Manager is for, just like what you have not access. So these are just a few examples, few services that we have, or that time it just allowed me to bring to you for now about the AWS services that feature that help businesses to stay compliant, that help businesses to stay top of the net security stuff, and then help you to stay to be governable for your business, to be governable for your accounts, to stay compliant. Next slide, please. Thank you. And then we talk about benefits. What do you enjoy? What are the benefits that I get to when I actually want to consider doing this? Do you have any benefits at all? Of course, yes. You inherit the most comprehensive compliance controls with AWS, because AWS supports about 143 security standards and compliance certifications. So you remain responsible for complying with applicable and then privacy programs. So yes, you inherit most comprehensive compliance controls with AWS. And again, the heavy lifting is done. Remember when I said the shared responsibility model, the security in the cloud and the security of the cloud. So the heavy lifting is taken off your shoulders. You don't have to provision an infrastructure to begin to manage the resource. You don't have to provision virtualization. You don't have to provision any other or to manufacture any other server. But this heavy lifting has been taken care of by AWS for you. So just leverage the shared responsibility model that they have provided for you to gain access, for you to have an optimum services. Again, what about networking? A web application firewall, for example, helps protect web applications from common web exploits and bots. This is what AWS provides. It helps you to mitigate risk. It helps you to avert some dangers. And then it enables businesses to create custom rules to filter and block malicious web traffic. And again, ensuring compliance with security, best practices, and then regulations. So with instant security using network firewall, you rest assured that you have security best practices and regulations. And another one I'd like to mention is, because talking about automation and orchestration, is AWS Shield. What does it do? It's a managed service, like a distributed denial of service, like protection service that safeguards applications running on AWS from DDoS attacks. So the work of AWS Shield is to provide always automatic inline mitigations. So it's always on. It's always a continuous thing, a continuous monitoring against mitigations, against threats, and against any inline mitigations, helping businesses maintain availability and comply with uptime requirements. And for monitoring and then orchestration, we're talking about security here. I'll talk about one service AWS provides is Amazon Guard Duty. So with Amazon Guard Duty, you have a threat detection service that continuously monitors for malicious activity and unauthorized behavior within your account. We mentioned before about zero trust policy. Now, Guard Duty is a monitoring, a security monitoring device feature service from AWS that continuously monitors for malicious activity and unauthorized behavior within your account. So it leverages machine learning and intelligent threat detection techniques to identify potential security threats and then enable businesses to respond promptly and then mitigate risk. That is what that DC helps us to do. Like this. With automation and buttons, we said something about AWS Config, that is a continuous monitoring service against misconfigurations and generate a report. So with automation and as a service, AWS Config. Now, if you're sure of whether your account or whether the resources you deployed are misconfigured or whether they are not compliant, okay, AWS Config can help you detect that. So if AWS Config continuously monitors the services against misconfigurations. And again, it helps you to generate reports and also help you set alerts for you to know that when something is amiss. So Control Tower is also part of automation and governance, because Control Tower, I said before, that is an extension capability of an AWS organization. So with Control Tower, you set pre-configured controls over your accounts. With Control Tower, you have pre-configured controls to meet best practices. That is what automation and governance. That's just one of the some of the features or services that help you to automate and to govern your accounts better. Resilience and disaster recovery. I will initiate AWS backup. Yes, with AWS backup, is a centralized AWS cloud solution that provides that global backup capabilities that can help you achieve disaster recovery. Say, for instance, you have passive and active strategy sites like that. So you can, the active site will be where you deploy your resources and your traffic flows through there, routes to the active, and then the passive one is there just for recovery, for data recovery. So AWS backup will help you to achieve your disaster recovery and compliance requirements. And then using AWS backup, for instance, with backup policies and monitor backup activity for AWS resources. So this can actually help you stay compliant when you use features like this. Services, AWS services like this. We have AWS have an avalanche of resources to help you cater to your business needs, to help you cater to the solutions you're deploying. Your business has a niche, your business has a solution, is targeting to deploy or targeting to market or targeting for the target audience. Okay, there are services that can help you, that can help your business to back this up. And not only that, for it to stay compliant, not only that, for it to stay above security threats. So because there's always a continuous automation, a continuous monitoring of your resources, of your account for you, so that you can mitigate risk or avoid them, and also for you to stay above threat. And then cost optimize for you to reduce costs for your business. Next slide, please. Slide, please. Next slide, please. Okay, thank you. In summary, governance in the cloud, particularly on AWS, is essential for businesses looking to leverage the benefits of cloud computing while ensuring compliance and security. So by embracing AWS comprehensive features, businesses can not only mitigate risk, but also drive innovation, scalability, and cost efficiency in their operations, and ultimately gaining a competitive edge in the digital marketplace. So if you have a backup, if you have further questions apart from now, maybe for your business, you can reach out to AWS support. You can reach out to us through the Q&A tab there. There's a link there where you can have a conversation with one of us, just to click on the conversation and then meet with us. We are there to help you answer your questions for the business of the questions you have in your business team. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Sophie. Thank you for that insightful, informative, and interactive session. Please, if you have questions, you can drop them in the question and answer section and they will be attended to. So I'm just going to give us time to write down our questions answered. But so while we're waiting, you can follow us on our social media platforms. You can visit our website at secureintel.com. And also we're on LinkedIn, so you can reach out to us on LinkedIn at Secure Intelligence and Instagram at SEAL Teams. So we're also on YouTube at Secure Intelligence Limited. So you can always visit our YouTube channel for the replay and also to keep yourself updated with other videos and webinars that we have on that platform. Trust me, you will benefit a whole lot. There's a lot to learn. We also have the SEAL Academy, where you get to learn some of these things that Sophie was saying, and also we have a program called Zero to Techie. So you can check out SEAL Academy platforms on YouTube as SEAL Academy, and also on LinkedIn. You can follow us, subscribe to our YouTube channels, and also click do you have any questions to ask me? So I have it was very successful, but I don't understand if it's enterprises or SMEs from this wonderful that you just spoke about.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you so much, Sophie, for the slides. If you have a question, if you have a question, you can type it in the Q&A. We're here to connect and ask you to talk about typing it makes it even easy. So you can type your question and tell me anything that you would like to do. And if you feel you want to you have questions, okay. If you feel you have questions that you want to ask us personally, you can always book consultation using the consultation link that was dropped a few minutes ago. And I'm going to still drop the consultation link again. Now, what that consultation does is to, we can better understand what your business needs, and we can give you a tailored service to your business needs. All right. So you can always book a consultation with us. You can follow us on all our socials. We have webinars that we've done in the past. You can always watch it on our YouTube channel. Okay. And if you want us to train any of your staffs, right? You want us to upskill your staffs, you can always reach out to us. You can book consultation, one-on-one consultation with our consultants, so that we can move ahead with that. Thank you so much. Sophie, is there anything that you want to say last as we leave?
Not really, just to buttress what you said, that they can reach out to us if they have any questions regarding their businesses, organization. We have a team of web trained specialists to attend to them, and the consultation fee is just free.
The consultation is free, free and free and free. Okay, so you can always book the consultation and we get you start. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. We always have webinars every week, almost every week, and we can always you can always join us for our webinars. So if you go to secureintel.com/events, you'll see all the events that we have in the pipeline for you. Okay, so we talk about cloud, we talk about cloud migration, and every other thing around the cloud. Okay, thank you so much for joining us today. If there is no question, then I would want to say that you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much.